Yeah.
Like you really want to see it.
I was gonna catch this train when it was first. I heard the toot, but I just wanted to enjoy the standing here on the balcony and get that gorgeous mountain view as well. Because for some odd reason, when I've come here several times, we've always been on a cloudy day, and this is and couldn't get the mountains with this type of view. Sorry for the building there, but there's a look at sort of part of downtown Altoona here. And the old Altoona Works here is right next door. Well, let's see if I can hold the phone as steady as I can so that you can see the view. Another big long freight train going by. Had 3 engines at the front when it was coming through. Sorry, the trees are blocking the view a little bit from some of the. Oh, it's done. So it wasn't as long as I expected it to be. Usually they're like hundreds. Yeah, I see. The last car just went by.
Did you see any engines?
Nope, there's none in the back, so it was just being pulled by those 3
Just
then.
3.
Yep, there's the final
Wow.
spine car. I forgot what they call those. I call them the spine cars.
There's no flat ones following it.
No, no flats. That's the last one right there.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, that was the shorter one.
Yeah, it was.
This is simply exploring and adventuring with Lewis. And as you can see right behind me, let me point right there, we are coming to you from the world famous Horseshoe Curve as part 2 of our YouTuber meetup here up in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Well, if you don't mind, you can come along and join us on our little trip here today to the Horseshoe Curve. See you inside. Hello, and here we are at the courtyard here inside to go to the little museum here. Hello. Hi guys. I seen you this morning going to your car in the parking lot from where I'm staying. Yeah, but I saw you going to your car, putting your jacket away, and I didn't want to yell. So I was like, okay, I'll just, when I see them, I see them.
I put my jacket on because I got a little sunburned yesterday, so I don't want to get sunburned anymore.
Yeah. Oh, now comes the sucky part, going up the 194 steps shortly. But now we're going into the museum first real quick, and then we're going to go head up. Or you know what, let's head up first and then come down and do the museum. That way we're doing it on our way out. So yeah. Yep, so unfortunately the funicular railway is under repair.
That over there.
And that's the station right there for the funicular railway. There's the tracks to take you up here. So we are going up the whole 194 steps up to the top.
It's not as bad as It's not as bad as 1,000.
But if I'm sure you come in the
Wait, you said it's 190 steps?
194 steps all the way to the top. So I'm sure in the near future that funicular railway will be working and taking up to the top the easier way and the more enjoyable way, I'm sure.
But it's not as bad as 100.
Yeah. It's 194, Hannah. That's almost 200 steps.
Oh, never mind. I think I passed 200 steps. 1,000 is
yeah.
more.
Oh, the 1,000 steps was a lot more than this, yeah. taking you along with me and showing you the 194 steps. And that way you don't have to do the 194 steps and enjoy this video. Coming to you again from the Horseshoe Curve. World famous Horseshoe Curve. Alrighty. Go ahead. I just want to get up there. And as you heard, my daughter, she's having issues getting up these steps. And of course, I'm the older one, and I'm doing them pretty good here. Pretty steady, keeping at a steady pace here, because we're almost near the top here. Huh? That's okay, I won't need it right now. We're not gonna be here forever, so. Yep. There's a group of us here, YouTubing. And there's oh, that's Out and About Science with Mr. G is right over here. And then there's Retromantic over there. And there's MattPG over there. And
there's Lewis.
hey, there's Jake.
Exploring.
Yep. Yes. Hey, there's RJ. Finally made it.
Lewis is here.
Hey,
Yay.
Ellen is here. Retromantic.
Yes, that's me.
Yes.
How did you like the stairs up here?
This is the second time I had to come here. I was hoping that funicular was going to be running, but
No such luck.
no such luck again.
Nope. Had to huff it and huff it to the top.
Try not to be in your shot.
Okay.
Hey, RJ.
Hey.
Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you. You Lewis?
Yes. Yep.
Good to finally meet you too.
All right. Oh my, that was a hoof.
Yes, it was.
You guys did get here, Jay? You guys did get here not too long?
A while ago.
Yeah. Any train accident yet?
There was one passing when we were on our way up, but we didn't get to see it up
There was
here.
plenty this morning.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw and heard it.
Yeah.
I counted at least 5 or 6 of them coming through, and then when I looked at it again, there was one where there was 2 of them passing right by each other, one going one way.
We were actually on the bridge last night till about 11:30.
Oh, really?
Standing over that pedestrian bridge.
Okay.
So we were watching them go by.
Over there on 7th Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the post office there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of action.
Yeah, we left. Hopefully, read your stuff online, you know, chit chat online and stuff like that. Just some days I get more busier than others with work and all that, and I know some of these streams go on later in the evening, and I work in a 3rd shift, so it's yeah, so it's hard to get on anytime, and sometimes chit chat with people, either whatever he's doing or whoever somebody's doing, RJ or whoever. Alan sometimes when he's on. I'll probably pop in tomorrow night for run. See his lights. Wait a moment, I can extend this. I keep on forgetting that. don't know what I'm seeing, but I hope I see it. Yeah, I see it. Okay. There comes Norfolk Southern freight train. And he must be. Oh, he's only got 2. Oh, he might have some in the middle. I wonder. Actually going around the curve right now, and it's on the way to Pittsburgh in that area. Going over, getting ready to go through the Allegheny Mountains. Still climbing up the hill there. We're going to wait a little more out of sight. And re-pan again. I don't have it up high enough. Oh, and there's a second train. Cool. This one has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engines. Next to it. There's actually 3 tracks here. One of them also is used by Amtrak as it's making its way to Pittsburgh. I hope you can deal with the squealiness. That was a short intermodal. I wonder if this other one is going to be a shorter one, or, well, it's got what? 6 engines pulling, and the only other one has the only 2. So that's so amazing. So this must have a very heavy load when it's using 6 engines to come up the mountain here, up the pass here. Look, still way down there, and now you can see both shots, hopefully, both angles. You can see hopefully you can see the engine still climbing up the hill, and then the rest of the train over that way, coming around the bend. Because it's the shape of a horseshoe, that's why they call it Horseshoe Curve. This one has all types of stuff. coming. It's still coming. Look at this. Wow. I don't know how many cars this thing. Maybe you guys, I don't know. Well, if I get the whole entire, I would have set it up in a way where you guys could have counted all the cars as it was coming up. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing might have over 150 cars. Sometimes they have as much as 200 cars. A lot of chemicals, boxcars. And as you can see, lots of people here that are coming to do the rail fanning. And that down there is a reservoir, part of the Altoona reservoir system here. I don't know if you can make out that, probably a hawk soaring up there. Wow. This thing is huge. It's still coming. It's still going. Almost like the Energizing Bunny. It keeps going and going and going. And I wouldn't be surprised if this has at least 175 to 200 cars. Trying to capture the last car as it comes through. Backed up into the corner here, so up against the fence here, so see if I can get both angles pretty well of the back of the train as well as the rest of the train. I seem to be getting a good shot here. That was neat that we got double train action today. We've been waiting here for at least a good hour for a train, at least one train to come by. Because right before I arrived here, they said the Amtrak train had come through on its way to Pittsburgh, I believe, or maybe back down toward Philly. I don't know which direction it was going to, but hopefully you can see both ends of the trains here as it's climbing up the hill here at Horseshoe Curve in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I wouldn't be surprised if this train is even closer to the 2 to 250 now, because it's still going and going and going. It just does not want to end, which is awesome. Get this awesome train action. And I see the rear, there comes the rear engines. So it was being pushed up then because of how heavy this train was. So not only did it have 6 engines up in the front, it looks like it might have another 2 to 3 in the back. I think 2 more. So a total of 8 engines. Oh, there's a Conrail coming up. An old Conrail car. I gotta get pictures of this. Whatever it is. Got a couple of UPs. The Conrail. And the Kansas City Southern line. And 2 more. Cheater. Come on, cheater. You had the better park yesterday.
I don't cheat. I'm not
No,
a cheater.
Oh, I didn't know I was actually recording still.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So I caught all that on the camera. The museum. Okay, good. Oh, you guys are here too.
I was waiting for you.
Oh man, I wish the funicular was working, man.
But at least you can see what it looks like.
Okay, City of Altoona water.
But it shows you what it looks like.
Yep, this is the famous funicular. I can't get it all in my shot, but I'm gonna try. It's down for maintenance right now. They're waiting on the parts. Well, I was saying goodbye.
Still got the spray bottle of sanitizer.
Yeah. Spray hands with sanitizer, huh? Spray my hand?
Okay.
Yes, we are being safety conscious.
Now it's your turn.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm used to spraying bottles at work, remember? Okay, now we're going to go into the remaining part of the museum. And my daughter just informed me that the theater is open, but I will not record whatever is in the theater because I don't think they allow that. So, but here's a lot of the...
Yeah, we have to practice social distancing.
Yes, so that...
And you can also,
Well, we could sit together, but you
and you can
can't.
also do selection.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's 2 front seats right here.
Okay. This, when we were here last year, I know it's hard to see,
Okay, there's with
this wasn't available
You
to
can do
see.
out captions or with captions.
Oh, cool.
And you can do
So we'll sit and do something shortly after we tour the rest of it. There's the Canning Point.
You just gotta wait till a lot of people come.
Yeah. And watch it together. Oh, you can just watch it by yourself and wait.
I'm pretty sure a lot of
People coming
here
down the
wanna
main
watch
entrance.
the thing about the Horseshoe Curve. My favorite part was pushing the buttons in here and the sound of the train.
So a lot of the history here of the curve itself. There's stuff up there. Sorry for the glare on some of these. The angle isn't just right. And one of the most famous things this was targeted for in the World War II was by the Nazis.
See how the model train over there?
Yes, I've been here before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I was here last year, but I lost my footage, so I'm coming through again for that reason, yeah. It's the Altoona Reservoir system that's right across from us there. And it's a sign that it's listed on the National Historic Landmark and showing some of the tools of the trade as well as the hard work these gentlemen did to make this. This is like a model here, an overview model of the mountains that the train goes to.
Yeah, I saw that.
And there's a lot of history here. I urge you to just come for yourself and experience this.
I love the
And then there's all the little model trains.
Then there's the button thing.
Oh wow, look at that thing right there. Oh, it's hard to see. It's a train, don't you see?
Kind.
It's either that,
It says
it's a shark nose, the Baldwin shark nose. ABA.
Top left is the container used to handle them. What?
Oh, cool. We get to listen.
Here's the sound of the whistle.
Okay. That's the K4. That's the one that's sitting up there, up in the platform.
And then there's
That's the
the
K4.
recording of.
The TI of 444.
Hold on.
Don't hear nothing. Okay, there it is. And then the final one.
This is dripping downgrade. you can read. You guys can read that stuff.
Yep, you can pause and read it for yourself.
Sorry, the floorboards are a little creaky.
Hmm?
The floorboards are a little creaky.
Yeah. Okay, now we'll continue on with all the different. I love the display. This is how they would anchor the rails.
The Ganji dancers.
Ganji dancers. Those are the actual workers. That's what they call them. I think
The
that
real
was
anchors. No. The origin and term of Ganji dancer is uncertain.
yeah.
This is African Americans that made up some rail maintenance teams and
Hopefully you
stuff.
can read that for yourself as well. Okay.
Then there's about the rail anchors.
Okay. And then
There's more stuff right
more railroading history here.
More history right here.
Lots of models right here. Uh-oh.
Here's the original Horseshoe Curve sign.
I love that thing.
What?
That sign right there, yeah.
Over here is the
World famous,
original
the original world famous horseshoe curve sign. I want to see if I can get a better angle.
Oh wow.
1854.
Look at this. How they envisioned it would be.
Yep.
And how, so this basically shows you how they wanted it to look.
Right.
And how it started to be constructed as. So this is basically the whole entire layout of the horseshoe curve. So it used to look like it was like that, and then they fixed it, and now it looks like
Yeah.
that.
And there's more
Painting.
history here.
There's different paintings of the horseshoe
And then
curve.
there's the famous story that the Nazis were trying to sabotage the train.
Oh wow, look at that image.
They say it's really
The
beautiful at
world's
night.
brightest night.
Night light. Because they light up, I guess, around the whole track area
Oh, I should have
for the train, I think.
Oh wow, look.
The only way you could see that is if you were like from a drone or something like that, and you were here at night. Wow.
People riding in the back of the trains.
That's right, the caboose with the railing, I guess it's
And
called.
they're showing the views from both sides of the.
And I guess these gentlemen were responsible for this, the dynasty there.
Then there's the model.
And then there's the back side of the model here.
There's different things they could read.
Wow.
Start from that side.
I know. I'm not going to show all of them and read all of them either, so I'm just giving them an overview here.
Oh, cool. I showed you different names and different places.
It's
The land layout.
everything. I'm in the picture too.
And
So
right
this
here,
was
this
the
is,
mountains before they did the
right,
curve.
so this is
And
like,
that was the layout after.
right, this is
Before they did
before they ran the train through here into Katanning Point. That's what it would have looked like naturally.
This is after.
It's the delay.
Then shows you the train going around Natural Ridge and Katanning Point
And this
and
is after they
then, yep.
installed the.
yeah, completing the curve it's called. It's hard to see it. Yep. It's hard to see it and with the
This
glare.
is after the curve.
Okay. Oh, somebody's watching.